He appeared as she remembered, dark, intense eyes, a smile that promised secrets. Years vanished.
Dorian? She breathed, clutching the worn invitation. It was embossed with an address she didn't recognize. A mansion, hidden in the countryside.
His voice, a low murmur, sent shivers down her spine.
Come, Amelia, there's something I need to show you.
The invitation felt heavy in her hand, a tangible link to a past she thought was gone. He offered his hand. His touch, cool and firm, ignited a spark of both fear and excitement. She had a choice to make. Days turned into sleepless nights. Dorian's image, his voice, haunted her. The invitation beckoned, promising answers to questions she hadn't dared to ask. Fear warred with curiosity. Could she trust him? After all this time, why reappear now?
But something in his eyes, a flicker of vulnerability, drew her in. Ignoring the voice of reason, she decided. She would meet him. She would face the shadows of the past and uncover the truth hidden in Dorian's gaze.
As she drove towards the mansion, the sun dipped below the horizon. Darkness enveloped the car, mirroring the apprehension twisting in her gut. The mansion loomed before her, a gothic silhouette against the dying light. Ivy, thick and ancient, clawed at its walls like skeletal fingers. Silence hung heavy in the air, broken only by the beating of her own heart. Inside, shadows danced on the walls, cast by flickering candlelight. Dust motes swirled in the air, thick with the scent of decay and forgotten memories. The air grew colder. Portraits lined the walls, their subjects gazing out with unnervingly lifelike eyes. They seemed to follow her every move, silent witnesses to a history she couldn't comprehend. Dorian stood at the end of the hallway, bathed in a sliver of moonlight. His eyes, darker than the surrounding shadows, held hers captive.
Welcome, he said, his voice a soft caress, to my home.
He led her through dimly lit corridors, his presence a tangible warmth against the oppressive chill. Each room they passed whispered of a time long past, of lives lived and lost. He spoke of his past, his voice tinged with sorrow. He spoke of a curse, a darkness that had stained his soul and bound him to an existence both eternal and agonizing.
I am not what you think, Amelia,
he confessed, his voice a low murmur. He turned to her, his eyes filled with an ancient pain.
I am a creature of the night, a vampire.
The words hung in the air, shattering the fragile illusion of normalcy. Amelia stared at him, his revelation sending a chill down her spine that had nothing to do with the cold. Disbelief warred with the evidence before her. His unnaturally pale skin, the glint of his fangs when he spoke, the way his hand, cold as ice, held hers with a strength that betrayed his words. She wanted to scream, to run from the impossible truth. But Dorian's eyes, filled with a vulnerability she'd never seen before, held her captive. He told her of his centuries-long existence, of the loneliness that gnawed at him, of the hunger he constantly fought to control.
He spoke of his fascination with her life, her vibrancy.
And as the night wore on, Amelia found herself accepting the impossible. She saw beyond the curse, beyond the fangs and the darkness, and recognized the soul trapped within. Dawn approached, painting the sky with hues of purple and orange. Dorian led her back to the mansion's entrance, his gaze lingering on her face as if memorizing every detail. He looked weary, the confession having taken its toll. But in his eyes, Amelia saw a spark of hope, a flicker of something akin to peace.
I never thought I'd share this part of me with anyone, but with you, it feels right.
As Amelia drove away, the rising sun casting long shadows behind her, she realized that she, too, was forever changed. The world, once so familiar, now held an element of the unknown, a touch of the supernatural. And in her heart, a seed of something dangerous and exhilarating began to grow.